What's up, YouTube? This is SSJ back here with a new video, and this is just going to be a short, quick one. So, Blue Beetle, my question is why? Why does he have his own movie? If you ask me, he should have at least gotten a 6-episode side spin-off series on HBO Max. He did not need a full movie. This movie was very mid. It uses the same generic superhero attire tropes that we've seen in every other superhero movie with the same basic origin. There's really nothing unique about this movie. This movie would have been better off if it was tax written off just like the Batgirl movie was. I don't know what they were expecting out of this movie, but Blue Beetle has always been and will always be a side character. So the fact that they're trying to push this side character and then make references to Batman being a fascist says it all. So if I were you, I would not watch this movie. Boycott it. Blue Beetle is not that interesting of a character. He was in Young Justice as a side character. He was in Injustice 2 as a side character, basically a sidekick to Firestorm. So he was also in that 2008 or 9 Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon as a side character. So he'll always be known as a side character. I don't want side characters as the focus. We need Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all of those main characters as the main characters in the DC movies. And I don't want Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman either. So if you've seen my previous video, I made a video talking about what the hell, why is she coming back? But looks like that was a load of malarkey because she's not coming back. So maybe she was just talking. She was just talking and getting excited because somebody probably dangled the keys in front of her and said, yeah, you're definitely going to come back. She made herself look like a fool saying she's coming back, and now they're saying she's not. So it's kind of like the Henry Cavill thing. Those are the heroes that we want, but it seems like they don't want to give us these heroes. They want to give us sloppy seconds and side characters. And the thing about me is that if I sit here and support this character and characters like this, they're going to keep giving us characters like this, side characters. We don't want side characters. We want main characters. The same thing with the feminist and gay agenda. If you sit there and say, oh, well, they have some woke elements in this movie, but it's not that bad. It's still woke though. So if you're sitting there accepting it in one movie, but then complaining in another movie about that same thing, and if it's not that bad in one movie versus another, you're still part of that problem, because we need to call this stuff out here and now. Same thing goes with the feminist agenda. Oh yeah, well, the feminist agenda, this character has some woke elements to it, but it's not as bad as other characters. It's still woke though, it's still bad. So I'm fighting against the feminist agenda. I'm fighting against the gay agenda. I'm fighting against race swaps. I'm fighting against trying to promote other characters rather than the characters people actually want to see. So Blue Beetle is a fail. His origin story is not that interesting. He's basically like a Hispanic version of Spider-Man. Like, think about it. Superhero that is in his teenage years, or at least in the movie, he's a college graduate who happens to stumble upon something that gives him powers, and it's insect-like too. It's a beetle, versus Spider-Man gets bit by a spider and he gets spider powers. So it's basically the same thing except he's Spanish. So it's basically a Spanish version of a character like Spider-Man that's not Miles Morales. So I'm good. I'd rather watch something else. So let me know what you guys think if you guys saw it. I didn't go and waste money on this. I actually went ahead and watched this movie bootleg because it seems like these movies aren't good anymore, and I'm not trying to waste any of my good money on these good movies. I'm not the kind of person that condones going out and bootlegging movies, but I mean, hey, these movies suck nowadays. You got Marvel movies that are horrible, and then you got DC movies that are horrible too. So it's like, damn, Marvel sucks, DC sucks. Now where do I go?